the most important thing is that you've got a policy to support agriculture. And I would simply point out that since Owen Paterson became Secretary of State, he's really prioritised exports. He's prioritised promoting technology, including things like genetically modified crops, and making sure that we can get clearance for the use of some of those in the European Union. So I think rather than having reports, which the last government was sometimes inclined to do, but then just gathered dust and didn't mean anything at the end of the day, you should judge us by our actions. And I think if you look at what we're doing to open up export markets, 112 new markets opened. If you look at what we're doing to promote technology through our Agri-Tech Fund, and if you look at what we're doing to try to reduce the burden of regulation on business, judge us by what we've done, and I would argue that we've done a great deal more than the previous government did.
First of all, I acknowledge there's a real change of tempo in DEFRA, and whether it be around technology, the Agri-Tech strategy. But for the reason why I keep going back to this subject is when you look at the way the Irish, the French, the Dutch view agriculture, they pull it together across government departments. And that's the area for me, because I think you could detect the frustration about the source scheme. That's Home Office playing with migration policy that potentially really undermines our horticultural growers. It goes across into taxation. It goes into reform of tenancies, potentially, a whole range of issues I touched on earlier on, which needs to be across government. And what I like about the Irish is they're setting targets. They're ambitious to grow agriculture, and therefore they monitor how it's delivering against it. Now, there's lots of good work going on, and I'm be the first one to congratulate Owen for the leadership, the team, and the way they're trying to drive DEFRA. But I personally believe the crisis, the challenge is so great, we ought to be with those other countries. And why I think it's important is when you look at the French, they're targeting exports. When you look at the Irish, they're targeting exports. They're eyeing up our market. We need a policy to show that we're going to grow our agriculture, and we'll be seeking overseas markets as well.